Hello, my name is Warren Mead, and I am the neighborhood realtor for several Oakland neighborhoods. Right now, we are in the Bella Vista neighborhood, and I like to showcase some of the more interesting people that live and work in these neighborhoods around the lake. And I can tell you one thing I know from my cooking days is the three things you need to be a good cook. One is a good knife, the other a good wooden spoon, and a cast iron pan. And for the knife, I've got a bladesmith here, Nick Anderson, who is living here in Bella Vista, in this neighborhood, on that street. And Nick, how did you, these knives are beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. So how did you get into this knife?
So I used to live in Thailand for about 5 years, and I kind of got turned on to it out there. Mm-hmm. Kind of got bitten by the metal smithing bug. And I've always been into cooking my entire life. So kind of when I discovered that you could make your own knives, it kind of became the perfect thing for me, being able to work in steel and metals in general, which I had done for years before, in a format that works for something towards the culinary trade. So for me, it was kind of just the perfect combination. As soon as I kind of discovered it, I felt completely in love with it. And
it's just a natural fit for you.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's really cool. So you were already cooking, you were already into the cooking world, and you understood the knife needs as well.
Completely. Oh,
and,
yeah.
These are absolutely beautiful. And I'm assuming you know the type of steels that work best and that stay sharp longer.
Absolutely. Yeah. Getting into it was kind of crazy because there was so much around learning about the various steels and materials. Sure. And how to find that stuff. I was, overseas at the time, and that was a whole endeavor of its own. Then learning how to forge the steels with a hammer and how the different steels act and what steels form the best cutting edge for which task. All that sort of stuff was a big, a whole wormhole to go down. So, and that's aside from all the actual technique in forging and the artistry that goes into the making of the blade. So I've pretty much been saying for a long time, this is the most complex and difficult thing I've ever taken on in my life. But it's extremely fulfilling, and I've been doing it for about 8 years now.
Okay. Did you start out with a teacher, or was there someone in Thailand that you met that gave you like some good start?
Yeah. The internet was a big help for getting started from the very get-go. But after that, I met a bladesmith in Thailand named Che Americano.
Okay.
Who became kind of a teacher figure for me and taught me a lot. And over the years, I've met other very talented makers that have been super generous in sharing techniques and skills and all of that. So,
you can see your passion in the work.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm really impressed by these knives. And you are also a teacher as well, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
This is beautiful. So this is 2 layers. This is 2 types of steel.
Yeah, this is a knife called a San Mai. That is a stainless steel on the outside with what we call a high carbon steel on the inside. The stainless steel provides corrosion resistance so that the blade doesn't rust, but then you get the nice cutting properties of the high carbon core steel. So it's a really nice combination. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's like useful and good design.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
I really enjoy working in that. I do a lot of what's called Damascus as well, which is pattern steel. All of my Damascus knives are gone.
Okay, that's good.
They move quickly. So, but yeah.
What is this one? This particular?
This is what we call. It's a design inspired by what we call a Chinese cleaver. Mm-hmm. So a normal cleaver is very thick and kind of very heavy duty at the edge, made for chopping bones and big cuts of meat and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Chinese cleaver is very thin in the profile.
You're making the wood handles as well?
Wood handles, everything. I make the wood handles, a lot of the steels. While I don't make the steel in its very initial form, I make new composite steels by forge welding various steels together for different purposes. and forging those out into a finished blade. So pretty much everything, any of the woodwork, the machining of the little parts that go into it, all of it. It's yeah, pretty much 100% of the process.
Okay, so and you have a shop
Yeah,
in West Oakland.
got a shop in West Oakland.
And okay, is this where you teach classes?
Yeah.
You teach people how to do this as well?
Yeah, exactly. So we generally do classes, group classes for up to 6 people. It's a really in-depth and kind of comprehensive experience where we go through the forging and the grinding and the heat treatment and everything that makes a knife and how to make it. And people generally leave with a finished chef knife, and it's really intense. There's a ton to learn, but it's really gratifying to learn to work with the fire.
Wow.
And
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take a class.
Most definitely.
And if someone wanted to buy one of these knives today, or how would that look? What would the process be?
Generally everything that I make sells through my Instagram profile at Nanda Knives, NandaKnives. And my website, nandaknives.com, I do have some information on there. But the most current stuff and kind of the pieces sell as I make them generally, so people kind of snatch them up as I'm posting about them.
Sure. Okay.
So that's the best place to get a knife, or to also contact me about classes and that sort of thing.
Great. So you can go to that website for classes, knives. Do you take special orders if someone says, I want a knife specifically like this?
Depending on the time of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Sometimes I'll consider my books closed when I get a lot of requests for orders, and I also do like to reserve time to just make pieces that are 100% my idea and then sell those. So I do both.
You are the sole maker.
The sole maker.
So each knife takes a lot of your
Lot of
time,
time.
blood, sweat, and tears, and love.
Completely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
My hands show it. They're
I can
they're
see it.
cracked and pretty
That's
deep.
good. Yeah. I've always, my dad used to always tell me that the best antidepressant is working with your hands.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely true.
Yeah, this is good. I like this.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Well, thank you so much, Nick, for spending the time with me.
Most
and
definitely.
I'm
Thank you as well.
excited to come and look at your shop sometime.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
also buy a knife from you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Okay. And don't forget to visit Nick's website if you're interested in knife making, bladesmithing. If you want to take some classes, make sure to look him up. All right.